Welcome, race fans, once again here to Virtual Racing Network. Tonight we are here at Lanier Speedway for some great racing under the lights, and it looks like we are having some internet issues real quick. Give us just a moment. We are going to sort those out. I think I know what the problem is. So we are going to quickly get that sorted out, and that should do it right there. Stable connection is back underway, but we want to welcome everyone here tonight to Lanier for the Virtual Racing Network broadcast tonight. It's a late one here for the World of Thunder 360 Non-Wing Series. You can check them out at WOTRL.com. That is World of Thunder Racing League.com. Of course, initials short, so you don't have to type as much. We, of course, have currently just under 4 minutes before we go ahead and head into qualifying. Currently showing about 22 drivers in the staging here for tonight's event. It's going to be a great race under the lights here at this very fast track. We're running just under 14 seconds, 12.999 seconds for Chance Kosowski. Wow, we will get that one right eventually. We kind of burned our tongue earlier with some hot chocolate, so we're working on that as well, so we do apologize. Sikowski with the fast time right now. Just under him is Dustin Sizemore with a 13.012. Of course, these are practice times. They are not qualifying times. We'll see what they do out here as they tinker with these setups to do what they can to try to get the best setup possible for tonight's race. And I'm not sure if this may be a fixed setup league. We'll get a hold of a race control if we can figure that out. It's only the second race of the series, and we have not clarified with that. Alex Stradinger right now, currently a 13.033, third fastest here on the charts. James Grace, fourth fastest, and Dustin Griffiths right now your top five as they are going to go ahead and advance it. So we'll go ahead and bring up your main bar onto the screen here for tonight's race. And we have apparently a little glitch in the top bar there. We do apologize for that. Forgot to take it out as we've been doing some major overhauling here to the overlay. So we're going to jump right down into it with them as we'll bring up your qualifying bar. As the first one we go to is going to be the 019 of Chance Sikowski in the 019 machine. We'll see what he can do. Actually showing number 7 on the car. Eventually we will have custom numbers built into the overlays. That is part of what we're working on here. For that, we will have those built in for the spring fling here for 2020, as we have already been invited back to be the official video provider of that race. Dustin Griffith, second fastest right now with a 14.360. So some more good times coming in as the green flag is officially underway here for qualifying. We'll see, is Brandon Steele going to shut it down? We'll go over to one. We do apologize for any mispronunciations here. The name is our second night. A lot of new drivers. Peter Gadavara hopefully is the correct pronunciation for that. James Grace, a ninth fastest as he shuts it down. Dustin Sizemore, again, who was second fastest in practice, all the way back to 16th fastest here right now with a 14.650 as Jeffrey Stewart out onto the track here at the moment in the number 72 machine. What kind of time will he put in? Can he better that time? It looks like not going to happen as Brian J. Cross is going to take that number 78 machine to second fastest with a 14.144. That's a very good time for him. We'll see Mitch Stiles, somebody we're very familiar with, in the number 54 all-white machine here. No numbers displaying on the car, as he is currently 18th fastest. I do expect to see him a little further in this field later on tonight, as that is going to do it. Qualifying is over. We'll get rid of it off your bar, as it is time to get ready for your heat race number 1 grid, as we'll go ahead and bring up heat race number 1 is going to be the 17 of Trey Smith and the 121 of Brian Johnson. Row 2 is going to be the 8 of Daniel Passmore and the 67 of Miles Jansen. Row 3 is going to be the 269 of James Grace and the 11 of Dustin Sizemore. Row 4 is going to be the 72 of Jeffrey Stewart and the 12 of Gavin McLeese. I believe that is correct. And nobody after that. 4 rows, 8 drivers as we'll get down to the grid with them. It's going to be Trey Smith on row 1 taking the green here for the first time tonight. And looking at the heat races, we will take a look. It looks like we're going to have 3 heat races, and we may have a B main. We'll see about that. I believe we did last week, so we will take a look and see on that here in just a little bit. 3 heat races, possibly a B main, and then a warm-up in your feature race. Going to be coming up 10 laps on the books here for the heat races. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, get the race out there to all your friends. Let them know it's just getting started. This is the time to get out here and get going. Last week, I believe we had 2 cautions, 2 or 3 cautions, so some really good green flag clean racing as we'll get it out there. But again, the 17 of Trey Smith, a real lifetime racer, I believe in the state of Texas or Oklahoma. Going to be putting on a show for you here tonight for sure. On the outside, that 121 GoPro, Brian Johnson. Again, the 121 machine, the pace truck will be diving off this time. Let us know where you're from, who you're cheering for, as we're about ready to get the green flag. Green flag's out, and we are racing for the first time here tonight. Trey Smith going to get a huge jump in the number 17 machine. Brian Johnson going to be right behind him. We'll see if he can do anything with him here tonight. Daniel Passmore, Miles Jensen going to wrap up 3 and 4. In your 5th spot, going to be Jeffrey Stewart right now, and that's where the battle's going on in 5th position. Miles Jensen, James Grace going to take 5th place away from Stewart, but Stewart going to take it right back. He's not having any of that. He says, nope, I'll come and get it one more time. As Miles Jensen hanging on the 4th, but the battle between Stewart and Grace is heating up for the 5th position here at the moment. Question is, who will get it? We'll take a look. Not much going up on at the front right now, as Trey Smith has a 0.9, nearly a second lead over Brian Johnson in the number 121 machine. Dustin Sizemore, again, he was second fastest in practice, not so much here in the heat races. He's running 7th place right now, as he does have Gavin McLeese right behind him. McLeese not being able to catch him and do anything with him. We go up a few spots to that battle we were just watching. Stewart and Grace. Grace not having anything for Stewart right now. Stewart tries to pull away just a little bit. And speaking of pull away, Trey Smith, with 5 laps to go, halfway home here in heat race number 1, has pulled away to a 1.183 second lead. And he has said, see you later. I am out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Laid the keys on the counter, and he will check out from this hotel. As we go back 1 spot, there is your 2nd place runner, Brian Johnson, in the number 121 machine. And sponsored by GoPro. Not being able to run him down yet. He is actually losing time. 1.466 seconds is the deficit between Johnson and Smith at the moment. Miles Jensen getting passed by Daniel Passmore, though, and that battle's heating up. Side by side, Passmore and Stewart is the battle, and now it's going to be Jensen and Passmore. They're battling it back and forth. You got a 2 to 3 car battle. They're going on now, just a 2-car battle between it looks like Jansen and Passmore. Passmore taking it to the bottom side, as it's going to be, it looks like Jansen into the outside wall, and no, now it's going to be Passmore into the inside wall. Daniel Passmore losing what momentum he had. That's going to secure the 3rd spot for Jansen, as Trey Smith is going to pick up the win. It's going to be Smith, Johnson, Jansen, Passmore, and Grace going to be your top 5 here in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 getting underway on the track. Again, we'll do our best with these names. Row 1 is going to be the 78 of Brian Cross, and the 7, that is going to be Peter Tarvo. That is probably not even close to being right. We do apologize. We'll have to get with him. Codavara is how I believe it's pronounced. We'll find out on that. Row 2 is going to be the 21 of Dustin Griffiths and the 14 of Mark Jessup. Row 3 is going to be the 19 of Dalton England and the 22 of Glenn Reinhardt. row 4, and your final row here in heat race number 2 is going to be the 9 of Marty Barnes and the 27 of Cody Gatzik. I believe we'll pronounce that one right, as we'll go ahead and get ready for the start of heat race number 2. Again, if anyone out there following one of these drivers knows the correct pronunciation, if you could type it out in chat, that would be great. Let us know how you do pronounce it. We do not want to butcher it, but we don't know some of these drivers just yet. We haven't got a chance to talk to them here. Of course, it's only the second week that we've been covering with these new drivers, so we still have at least 4, 5, 6 more weeks to go, depending on how long the season does go. I know we have 6 races on the schedule. We'll see if that does extend to 8. Is it very well may, but either way, what's going to happen is the green flag coming out, 10 laps to go. Out front is going to be the 27 of Brian Cross, and we got them tangling up in the back as they all sort it out and keep going, but there may be some heavy damage to some of these cars, especially the 19 of Dalton England, as he is going to slide to the back. We also have issues with the 27 of Cody Gatzel here, as he is definitely sliding back in position. Dustin Griffiths going to go to the front. Yes, he is indeed, as we have Brian Cross going around in the middle of the track. How everyone avoided him, I don't know, but he goes from first to worst, as he's now 8th place. And that is not where you want to be. As we go back to the front, your leader, Dustin Griffiths, out front. Again, the one that we are going to struggle with here right now, that is the number 7 of Peter Codavara, I believe is how you pronounce it. So Peter Codavara here in the number 7 machine. Glenn Reinhardt going to be right behind him in the number 22, as he will run him down, see if he can catch him. Reinhardt, no stranger to being fast. I expect to see him up in the front of this race come feature time, which will be 40 laps for your feature. They probably will do a 4-wide salute to the fans. We'll see. Marty Barnes holding in the 4th position, but he's running down Reinhardt here at the moment. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on that gap right now. 0.433 seconds. Can he reel him in the number 9 machine here for Marty Barnes? Right behind him, Mark Jessup in the number 14. He's running down Marty Barnes as well. So we may have a 3-way battle here soon for the 3rd position between Reinhardt, Barnes, and Jessup. We'll have to wait and see. But Dustin Griffiths has over a 2-second lead here on the moment, as he is just ripping the lip about as high as you can get without touching the wall at the moment. 3 laps to go. Make it 2 to go, as the white flag will be coming out next time for your race leader, and he tags the wall just a little bit with that right rear. Again, he is, well, that time actually doing more than tagging it. He is going to leave his mark here at Lanier. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for your race leader, Dustin Griffiths, as he powers on. Again, 1 lap to go here for Dustin Griffiths. Less than that, he comes to the checkered flag, and that will be your race winner, followed by Codavara, Reinhardt, Jessup, and Barnes. Going to be your top 5 here in heat race number 2. Your 3rd and final heat race coming out on to the track right about now, as we're going to drop down to the track with them. And we'll go through your starting lineup here. Excuse me. Row 1 is going to be the 019 of Chance Sikowski. On his outside is going to be the 05 of Brandon Steele. Row 2 is going to be the 6 of Alex Stouninger, and the 20 of Jarrett Boylan, I believe that is in, or Bolliard, sorry. Row 3 is going to be the 75 of Chase Swafford, and the 54 of Mitch Stiles. Row 4, your final row here in the final heat race, is going to be the 15 of Justin Lind and the 2 of Wade Lamar. Again, Wade Lamar, somebody you've got to watch here in anytime you're on a dirt track. So we'll be watching Wade Lamar starting from the back here tonight. We'll also be keeping an eye on the 75 of Chase Swafford. Haven't heard that name in quite some time, but somebody I will not count out for this race as well. And a new one here that I didn't see last week is that 20 of Jared Bulliard. Will definitely be watching him, but it's going to be the 019 of Chase Sikowski that is on pole here for your third and final heat race tonight. As we will move on to the B main, I do believe we will have a B main here tonight as we will get going. Green flags out. Sikowski out front, still right behind him, and they're going to shake it up as we got a lot of beating and banging going on here in this heat race. The number 20 of Bulliard going to take it all the way to the top. He's got somebody behind him, I believe that is the 75 of Swafford that's going to go to the high side. The 20 going to get into the outside wall. So Bullard going to get into the outside wall. That will cost him one, maybe two positions. As it looks like Stouninger and Steele are going to get by him. So he'll drop from second to fourth here early on in heat race number 1. He's got plenty of time to get back to the front. Sikowski out front looking for victory lane here tonight as he's going to get right up on the wall. Everyone that's been fast has been running that lip here at the top of the track tonight, as that's where they're pushing this thing to go right up to the very top. We haven't seen anybody really running the bottom. As you look, Steele's not running the bottom either. Neither is Stouninger or Lamar. Again, Lamar starting in dead last as he has worked his way up from 8th to 4th, doubled his position, or half to, whatever you want to call it. He has gone from 8th to 4th, gaining 4 positions, and he is on his way looking for every position he can here with 5 laps to go. Justin Lind out of the race. He pulled it into the pits, and he called it a night. We're surprised to see Mitch Stiles back as far as he is in the number 54 machine. He is all the way back in 7th position, not having the night we're used to him having, so we'll keep an eye on that. Right in front of him is going to be Jared Bolin and Chase Swafford, and they are swapping spots back and forth here. Neither one of them happy as contact is made. Maybe Chase Swafford there in the 75 not happy with being stuck behind the 20 of Bolin, so he will get by him and move forward. He's clearly faster here, running on the high side. We're going to go to the high side for the number 7 of Chase Sikowski. Sikowski has 2 laps to go. Going to be a white flag in the air this time by for the final time here in heat racing, as it is going to be Chase Sikowski. Unless something happens, he is half a lap away from taking the victory here in your final heat race of the night, heat race number 3, and he's going to do it right here. Sikowski wins heat race number 3, followed by Steele, Stouninger, Lamar, and Swafford. They're going to be your top 5 here in heat race number 3 as we gear up for what I believe will be the B main, followed by your feature race. Again, we had one last week. We'll see if we have one this week. It's either the B main or warm up, and it is indeed a B main coming up next. I believe it's the way it's showing the winner of each one advances, and then after that we go into the B main for everybody else. Maybe the top 2 advance. We'll have to clarify that with race control. Again, just the fine details we haven't quite got yet, but your B main here for 12 laps, getting ready to come out caution free thus far here tonight at Lanier. All right, your B main getting ready. It looks like Justin Lind not going to make the call. We'll go through your grid real quickly here for the B main. It's going to be the 8 of Daniel Passmore and the 14 of Markup Jessup on row 1. Row 2 is going to be the 2 of Wade Lamar and the 269 of James Grace. Row 3, excuse me, is going to be the 9 of Marty Barnes and the 75 of Chase Swafford. Row 4 is going to be the 75 or 72, sorry, of Jeffrey Stewart and the 78 of Brian Cross. Row 5 is going to be the 20 of Jared Bolin and the 11 of Dustin Sizemore. Row 6 is going to be the 27 of Cody Gatsky and the 54 of Mitch Stiles. Row 7 is going to be the 12 of Gavin McLeese and the 19 of Dalton England. Row 8 by himself, not making the call anyway, would have been the 15 of Justin Lind. He did not make the call. The pace car dives off. We are racing here in the B main, as this is your last time before we get to your feature race. Everyone will make the race here tonight. However, this is for position right now as Passmore out front leading this race, and we got them all sorts of beating and banging and tangled up. We got one upside down. That is going to be James Grace into the outside wall. No caution coming out thus far, though, for him, as he's going to have to get out of the race. But we got a battle going on for the lead side by side. It's Lamar and Passmore battling for the lead, but right now it looks like Lamar is going to get it. We told you to look out for Lamar. He is fast, and I mean super fast, folks, and you got to watch out no matter where he's battling. He is somebody you have to be watching out for, as he will work his way to the front. We're going to go a little further back here in the field, as you've got the number 20 of Bolliard, out here battling Mark Jessup and Marty Barnes, as the caution's going to come out for the first time here tonight. Let's go back and see if we can't take a quick look and see what happened. And they were beating and banging back here, so let's see if we can figure out what happened. Those two early on the pit, so looks like if we go back one more time here, there was that caution, but I believe this one's going to be back here somewhere. So caution does come out, but so we'll go ahead and get past that and get back to the front. The caution coming out a little late after James Grace getting into the wall. Another car collects into him. The caution does come out, as Wade Lamar looks to be your race leader. He's going to be on the inside here tonight. Again, this is your B main. We have 4 laps in the books. We are on lap number 6. So we have 7 laps to go here in the B main. Make sure, of course, if you like the racing, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button. Share this race out there. And let all your friends, family, and all the fans out there know what you're watching here tonight on the Virtual Racing Network. We're also partnering with the Race on Texas. Green flag is out, and we are racing one more time here for the World of Thunder 360 Non-Wing Series. As Wade Lamar out front, here comes Brian Cross. He's going to sneak into the second position. Passmore going to drop a few spots to 4th, as we got them all wadded up right in the middle of this field right now. Stewart, Passmore, Barnes, Jessup, McLeese, England, Sizemore. Oh, and they got one upside down, and that is going to be Dalton England upside down. He's back on his wheels, and that'll do it for England's night. He's here in the B main. He'll get to make it to the feature, but he'll be starting deep in the field here tonight, as that's going to put him several laps down. Looks like we're going to be starting about 20 or so drivers in that B main, or that's the feature race here. 40 laps coming up in just a little bit. Brian Cross in that 78 machine doing everything in his power to try to get by Wade Lamar. Lamar holding his own on the bottom here too. Surprisingly enough, you see him all the way down, almost riding the wall there. Meanwhile, Cross all the way up at the top. We have 2 distinct lines being run. Now you're going to see Cross try to maybe sneak something by there in the middle. That doesn't quite work. We have 1 lap to go. The battle for the lead is on. Cross, Lamar. Can Cross get by Lamar? Lamar going to slide up, try to take that spot away. He doesn't. Right now, it is going to be Wade Lamar that gets the win here in the beat main, as it looks Cross may have tagged the wall just a little bit, can't quite recover from it. So Cross going to have to settle for second. Wade Lamar gets the win here in the B main, as he will park it there at the exit, and we get ready for warm-up, followed by your 40-lap feature race coming up here in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back here with your feature race coming up in just under 3 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, of course, it is the time everybody's been waiting for here tonight. It is your A main event. 45 laps are what's actually scheduled. We're only going to race 40 of those, as there will be a 4-wide salute coming up here for the fans. Oh, make sure you stand up if you can. If you can't or just don't want to, that's your choice too. Make sure if you can and you want to, you stand up here for the 4-wide salute. That will be coming up here in just a moment. Before we do that, we'll go ahead and run through your starting grid here for tonight's race. Is going to be on row 1. No surprise, the real-time racer here, the 17 of Trey Schmidt, on going to be row 1. On his outside is going to be the 21 of Dustin Griffiths. Row 2 is going to be the 019 of Chance Sikowski, and the 121 of Brian Johnson. Row 3 is going to be Peter Codavara in the 7 and the 05 of Brandon Steele. Row 4 is going to be the 67 of Miles Jansen and the 22 of Glenn Reinhardt. Row 5 is going to be the 6 of Alex Stouninger and the 2 of Wade Lamar. Row 6 is going to be the 78 of Brian Cross and the 20 of Jarrett Bullard. Row 7, in the 9 is going to be Marty Barnes and the 72 of Jeffrey Seward. Row 8 is going to be the 8 of Daniel Passmore and the 12 of Gavin McLeese. Row 9 is going to be the 14 of Mark Jessup and the 11 of Dustin Sizemore. Row 10 is going to be the 75 of Chase Swafford and the 54 of Mitch Stiles, and they're going to mix it up here now just a little bit on us. Row 11 going to be the 27 of Cody Gatsky, and they're starting to get information, so we will go ahead and get that off your screen, as this is going to keep changing on us. So we're going to throw the yellow flag so they don't get going, as it's time for your 4-wide salute for the fans. Again, they have to do this without causing an actual caution. So this here, whether it's real life or simulator, is definitely one of the hardest things to do here. Again, whether it's real life or simulator. Obviously, real life, the flagman won't throw a caution, but you still can't get it involved in a wreck while doing this, as we have some great racers here. As we're going to switch to a different cam so you can see the splendor of this 4-wide salute here for the fans. Again, this is for the fans. If it wasn't for the fans, and it wasn't for all of the drivers that tune in to watch this after, we would not have a reason to be here broadcasting it. The 11, 12, 15, however many are tuning in here for this late night broadcast, this is for you, the dedicated fans out there tuning in to watch this now and later. 4 wide for the fans. They're going to go ahead and sort it out here, as we will get started at the completion of lap number 5. And we will run 40 laps. You'll hear us say lap whatever of 45, but we're actually racing 40 laps here tonight. It's just easier to say 45 as to not get people confused here. But they are going to get back in order. Trey Smith going to be your pole sitter. Again, Brian Johnson in the 121 machine going to be on his outside here, as you can see from the grandstands. Here, this is what it would look like if you were in the grandstands anyway, as you can see everyone getting ready. They will not take the green this time. They will wait one more time before they officially get the green flag from race control. As we'll switch over to a different camera when they do, but again, the green flag going to be coming out next time by, as they're on the backstretch this time. Let's go ahead and get to our main camera here for tonight's 40 lap feature event, as there it is, green flag is out, and we are racing here for the World of Thunder 360 non-wing series live on virtualracingnetwork.net YouTube channel here. And it's going to be Trey Smith that just rockets out to the front. Here comes Chance Sikowski. Sikowski going to take to the high side in the number 7 machine. He is going to run it as high to the top as he can. He's going to have the 05 of Brandon Steele behind him. And they've got a whole bunch of cars back here. We got somebody slow, but they get it going. As we go back to the front here, you have Steele, Codavara, Cross, Lamar, all battling for one position. And that, of course, is currently around third position that they're battling. We're going to go 3 wide. And we got the 7, I believe that is. Yes, it is going to be Codavara smacking the outside wall. We actually have 2 7s in the race, I do believe. So we have a real 7 and then just a custom 7 in the race. But that is the actual 7 that's going to do it. And the caution is going to come out, and it's going to involve the 11 of Dustin Sizemore. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. Sizemore into the outside wall there, riding up the wall. And we'll see if that is the cause for the caution. And yes, he goes upside down. And away he will go as he's going to send it good into the outside wall. Luckily, he keeps it going. We'll see if he has to come down pit road. But car looks a little damaged there, but we'll see if he's able to go. No, he is not. He's going to bring it down pit road, go through the grass so he doesn't have to obey pit road speed limits. And we'll see if he's able to get that fixed and get back out there. And he does. That is going to be Dustin Sizemore in the number 11 machine coming out of the pits now here momentarily. We'll see. He'll regain the field, and he will not lose a lap. He will stay on the lead lap. That is absolutely outstanding. So he will stay on the lead lap here. We have 22 drivers that have started. The 67 of Miles Jensen looks to be out of this race in the number 67 machine. He's been on pit road for just over a minute as we are getting ready to take the green flag here in just a second. And 40 laps of distance, as we show 45 there, we have completed 11 laps on lap number 12. As we'll complete this one here, start lap number 13. Green flag is back out, and we are racing once again as we have a little beating and banging going on here at the front of the field. This is second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, all battling. So we go 4 wide for second position. Here comes the 2 of Wade Lamar, and he's going to get contact from the 7 of Codavara. Codavara gets into Wade Lamar, and that may not set too well with the Wade Lamar. Almost gets into him again as they both take to the bottom. Wade Lamar going to be able to squeak away from them there just a little bit, but not by much. Here comes Codavara back once again, trying to make something happen. Both of them running the bottom. As we'll see, we're going to go back a little ways. Here comes a Steele in there. That is Brandon Steele going to take it to the high side, but not quite working. I'm not sure which lane is going to be the lane of choice here, as the high side seems to be good, but you may have something on the bottom here, just enough to hold your position. I don't know if it's going to be enough to move forward. As we go to the front, Trey Smith running the front here. He's actually running down on the bottom, so we'll see. Maybe the bottom is the way to go, as we have 1 going around the caution and out 2 going around to bring out the caution. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened here with the 8 of Daniel Passmore and somebody else involved in this one. We'll find out here in just a moment as to what and who was involved in this. And we know the 8 of Daniel Passmore was, but I'm not showing, doesn't look like he may have started it. He does get a little sideways, gets clipped by the 12, around he goes, and right there, just cars just running into each other. After the caution brings it out, he's going to sit on pit road. We go back to the front. Trey Smith still out front here on lap number 19 of 45 here for the night's race. Your top 5 right now as we run under caution are Schmidt, Cross, Sikowski, Straninger, and Lamar. Your top 5 drivers here on lap number 19. Make it lap 20 of 45. And let us know where you're tuning in from, who you're cheering for tonight as we are set to go racing one more time. As we'll go, let's go over to Chance here, and let's go on board with him. The green flag is out, and we are racing one more time, and whoo! Chance Zukowski into the outside wall, and he is going to go up and over as we go on board with him. Caution is out. The camera blacking out during all of that. We'll go back to our main cameras. We go on board with him for that. Let's go back to Chance Zukowski and go to the instant replay here. Again, we were on board as all of this happened, and just happened to be on board with Chance there as that happened and unfolded. Again, you're watching the 7 as he just rockets and sends it into the outside wall, into it again, and over he goes. And the camera blacking out on us due to that, as he is going to be upside down, and that'll do it here for that caution. As still out front is going to be the 17 of Trey Smith here, leading this race on lap 23 under caution. Here for the third time tonight. Of course, we do have that caution spot open. If anybody's looking to get their company a little exposure, we do have other spots available as well. But 3 cautions here tonight for 9 laps. We've had 0 lead changes here, as it has been all about Trey Smith here tonight, leading this race. The real-time sprint car racer, I believe in Texas is where he's from. Nick Robbins could have told you more about that, but they're going to go single file restart here this time. Well, we will get it. Green flag is out, and we are racing one more time here live on VirtualRacingNetwork.net YouTube channel here for the World of Thunder 360 Non-Wing Series. Again, we'll see how it goes. Right now, it's Trey Smith out front. Here comes Brian Cross. Caution is out one more time. This time for Peter Codavaras. We'll go back and take a look and see what happened quickly coming out here after the caution had just been done. Green flags wave, and it's one of our front runners here that's been strong all night, Codavara, going to be going around as he gives a shove to the 2 of Wade Lamar. Wade Lamar not having any of that, as he said, I am tired of you bumping into me, and gives him a nice shove into the outside wall. Again, he bumped him too many times. Wade Lamar not going to be happy with it, and gave him a shove back. And, of course, Codavara getting into the outside wall, and he goes around here tonight. Unfortunate, but it does happen as part of racing. You bump people too many times, eventually that fuse is going to come short and shorter and shorter, and eventually it will fire. And when it does, you better hope you're not in the way when it does, because it can get ugly in the case of Codavara there, as he is going to be all the way back in 18th position now as we get set to take the green here in just a few moments one more time. Green flag is out, and we are racing. Again, we are in the last little stretch here, 17 laps to go. Trey Smith is the first time he has not had the lead, as he's got to run down Brian Cross now. Cross out front, running just above that little seam, I guess you'd call it there, where you see a little seam into the track. Meanwhile, Trey Smith going to kind of push him up there a little bit. Doesn't touch him, but just kind of pushes him up the track a little bit. And not enough here, as it's going to be Cross that's still out front. Again, this is the first time Cross has been out front, but now it's going to be Schmidt one more time. Those two side by side for the lead here with 15 laps to go. Who is going to walk away with the win? Caution is out one more time. Let's go back and take a look. Caution coming out here at the back of the field this time. We'll see what the caution was for. It looks like maybe for the 27. We'll see here momentarily. Not sure if that was the actual cause of it or not. Or if it might have been for Mitch Stiles, as we'll find out. But somebody bringing out the caution here. And still not seeing who it was. So I'm not sure who brought out the caution. It was already out at that point. So either way, we do know Mitch Stiles either out or having some connection issues here tonight. So Brian Cross, your leader once again, as we go into a caution. Can Trey Smith run him down here to get that lead back? Pace car going to be, or pace truck, sorry, going to be driving off as he does. Green flag is back out, and we did go double final restart this time here with 12 laps to go. As we'll see, we're going to even that playing field up just a little bit. Trey Smith on the outside, and he's going to lose a little bit here. Maybe the single file restart might have been a little better for him. Trey Smith going to run now the bottom. He was running the top. Now he goes back to the bottom. Here comes Wade Lamar. Wade Lamar going to sneak it through right on the bottom of Trey Smith. We told you to watch out for Lamar. He is quick, and he is on the hunt for victory lane. He's going to get by Smith going to fall back to third. Here he comes trying to get that position away. And we'll see. I thought we might have had a caution. Some cars beating and banging, but the action up front is intense right now as you got someone like Bullard and Steele up at the top, and caution's going to come out. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. What brought out the caution this time? Did it involve the 27? He was slow on the track. And not sure here. We're about to find out if that was the case. So he's kind of by himself. And it looks like it is not going to be for that. Maybe involving the 14J there. The caution, or the green flag is out at this point. So I'm not getting sure. And it looks like the 27. I'm not sure what brought out the caution. It wasn't the 27 that we can see. But either way, the caution is going to come out once again. Here tonight. That is the 6th caution for 18 laps. 7 to go. Going to be out 5 to go when we take the green flag here in just a moment. Green flag is out, and we are racing here. Going to be 6 laps to go. Can he hang on to the lead is the question, and that, of course, is for Brian Cross. Wade Lamar. Again, let's check in on Wade Lamar. He has come from 10th to 3rd, and he's actually going to drop a few spots here very quickly as Trey Smith back on the line. Caution is out, and this is going to send us into overtime here. We're not even going to go back and look, as again this will send us into overtime here for a green-white checkered attempt number 1. Overlays not set up here for the green-white checkered, so we will have to let you know all this by hand as we are going to attempt to do so as they're waiting on the pace car. But again, the newest version of ATVO that we use is not in use here tonight, due to the fact that it causes some issues with the overlays and the text sizing with this set of overlays, so we're having to work on that. So we will let you know where everyone is on the track manually. Unfortunately, of course, not using that latest version here tonight, as I believe this should send us into overtime. It may not, but I do believe it's going to. All right, we are set to go racing this time by, and it's not going to be a green-white checkered here, as it is going to be 1 lap to go. White flag is in the air, presented by Northwest Racing Series, and it's going to be Cross, Smith, Lamar's how they run, and it is tripping out the 1 to go sign here. White flag in the air, Cross out front, looks to be your race winner here tonight, and he will do it. Your race winner, I believe, and no, it's not. It's actually going to be, I believe, overtime. We'll see. We're still green flag racing. So Brian Cross out front, as we'll see. Again, this set of overlays doesn't have everything we need, as it shows finishing now, and they are still racing, and that there will do it. So we're 1 lap behind, but Brian Cross going to be your race winner here tonight. We'll give it to him, followed by Trey Smith and Wade Lamar taking the top three here tonight. Of course, they have to get in their position, do their thing, and then we'll talk to the top three here in just a few moments. We will be talking to Brian Cross, Trey Smith, and Wade Lamar, assuming we can get a hold of them here in just a few moments in the booth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and unfortunately not having Wade Lamar here. Really wanted to talk to him in third place, but we have second, and of course our race winner here tonight coming in second place. Looking forward to talking to him. That is going to be the 17 of Trey Smith. First off, congrats on the second place finish here tonight. And first off, can you clarify? I know you are a real racer. Nick Robbins was talking about you. Is it in Oklahoma or Texas that you actually race a sprint car?
It is Texas.
There you go. He's a Texas boy, so it was good. We will continue this interview. But we know you're a real-life racer here, so what's it like coming in here racing, obviously from real-life racing to these non-wing 360s here at Lanier?
I've got a couple of non-wing races under my belt, and 1, 2 out of the 3 I've ever been in, but I use this as a tool, and it's just a group of good guys every night, and we're all pretty much on the same setup here, and it showed there. I mean, we got first, second, third, fourth, and sixth, and it's just you got to just finesse them when the track's like this.
Well, you definitely do, and of course, this track has been here on iRacing, one of the first tracks we got. They slapped some dirt on it. To talk about this track a little bit, is it one of your favorites, least favorite? What are your thoughts on this particular track here? It's really fast to get around.
Yeah, I've probably got more laps here than any other track. This is kind of our go-to when we're bored or something, but it's not my favorite. I think it's a little boring, but I prefer a little faster speed.
Well, definitely is one of those tracks you love it, you hate it, but you come here and race, no matter what. That's a racer. You show up and race wherever the race is going to be. That being said, we know you probably got some sponsors and shout outs you got to give to get you here for that second place finish.
Absolutely. We got Drew Neal, 19 Designs. He does all our paints. Does awesome work. Nelson Glenn, Wade, Brody, Brian, Jarrett, Brandon, everybody. Bunch of great guys, and TSR for letting us represent them.
Oh, definitely a lot of people to thank. And one last thing before we go. This has nothing to do with the race, but you should come out to Monarch sometime in Texas and race with us. But that's a whole other thing.
When we get rainouts in a row down here, I usually venture up Dallas area and something, but I want to get up there to that Meeker, I think it is. That looks like a badass little quarter mile. And
Definitely
that's a lot of what we run on down here, and stuff works good on those kind of tracks.
Well, we look forward to seeing you if you ever make your way up here to Wichita Falls. And again, congrats on the second place finish here tonight. And of course, the man that just edged him out just a little bit here tonight got the lead there at the end and held on to it. That is going to be Brian Cross, driver number 78. Brian, you get the win here, and you took the lead later in the race. You know, you start getting these cautions built up, and you see Trey behind you, you see Wade behind you. How nervous do you get knowing you have a restart and you have 2-3 good drivers right on your tail every restart?
I mean, definitely for sure. I mean, all the guys over at TSR, you know, in my opinion, we're kind of some of the best racers around on this deal. So definitely when you guys got those guys lined up behind you, you know, you can't make any mistakes. You just gotta find a line at the right time there. I probably got the slider line there right as it was going away, and then I was able to just kind of fend them off, put around the bottom there. You know, as Trey said, we're all on the same setup, same deal. I was real good in the heat race there, and unfortunately, got caught up with Dustin when I blew my line, but. You know, just racing with these guys definitely make you better. You know, especially following Nelson and Trey around a bunch, it definitely makes you work harder for it.
Definitely, we saw this track slowly but surely fading away. You know, for the ones out there, obviously, a lot of people know what the slider line is. Some people may, some people may not. But, you know, just in this track in general, you know, how many laps into this feature race did it really just become evident that the track was gone and you really were going to have to work for every position?
I mean, as soon as the green flag dropped, I mean, I was way behind the 8 ball there from the get-go, so I just I got lucky, dug the bottom real aggressively there, got some breaks, and then I was working the slider line there in the heat race, and then, you know, I knew it was there. It was flirting with disaster up there for sure. So definitely the smarter bet is to roll the bottom there and dig the best you can. That's kind of what I specialize in, is running catfish line, especially in my real IMCA modified. That's kind of what that's my bread and butter right there, is just digging that bottom, hunting the moisture.
You definitely did. You got the win here tonight. But we know you probably got some sponsors, some shout-outs you got to give for that victory. And, of course, you got to hop off here and go get the trophy girls and that chicken dinner.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I got to just thank all the boys on Discord. Trey, Glenn, Nelson, all them boys. TSR for letting us hang out in their group, hang out with them and whatnot. Drew Neal does great paints for all of us. Rico at Fatheads lets us throw his logos on the car, make them look good and whatnot. And then I gotta thank everybody else on the real car. Jimmy Reeves building us a new 2020 BMS modified for this season. I'm real excited to get off the jig here in about a week or so. So we're real excited to run a full season out here in Colorado. We'll probably run 30-40 races. So everybody helps me out with that. Jay Neal with BSB Shocks, Bulldog Tire and Service, Inglewood Tavern. There's a few on there that I'm probably missing, but we're looking forward to a fun season competing out here, and hopefully we'll make it out to IMCA Super Nationals as well. So.
All right. Well, again, congrats on the win here tonight, and of course, good luck in the real life racing as well. That being said, here tonight, we are just about ready to wrap it up. Again, Brian Cross getting the win, followed by Trey Smith in second. We didn't get to talk to Wade Lamar, but as always, we talked about he is somebody you have to be looking for when he's in a race. Started 10th all the way up to third place, almost had a second. But that will do it here tonight for the World of Thunder 360 non-wing series for race number 2. We will see you Sunday with the Adrenaline iRacing League. We are actually off the rest of the week until then. So stay safe, have a great rest of your night, and we will see you here Sunday night with more racing.